Hey guys, doing a little Monday afternoon practice here since work is not going on right this second. So we're going to practice Mary Had a Little Lamb by Stevie Ray Vaughan for a bit. And this is just going to be sitting here, messing around with it, practicing a little bit. You can see a little bit of what I do when I'm just practicing. And it really is just picking those licks, picking that segment, running through those over and over again, trying to get each area down just a little bit better each time, taking your time, breaking it down by section, and hopefully putting it all together. So let's see where I'm at putting it all together actually. Here goes. So you can see right there, I'm a little hesitant anytime I have to go to that E7th. It's a really awkward shape trying to get that. And really, as long as you're using this as a bass note right there, that second fret D string, but man, getting that pinky is just a jerk. Like, will not get around there quickly. I'm also having no matter what, I can then also can't get pressure off of that pinky. So I come in. That was actually not too bad, but a lot of times like that, it'll stay ringing. I think it's also partly not properly muting that high E string. So I think that's a real big deal on this one. It's just making sure you get that high E string. For those of you that have been following my videos, I know that right now this is part of the blues course. This is the last song that you learned on the blues course. And in the videos, I've already progressed into the rock course, but this is just a big thing of, even when you're progressing forward, going back to your other songs, going back to your other material, continuously practicing those, especially difficult ones like this that you're going to have problems with for a long time. I mean, I've already been working on this song for, I know, a whole 3 weeks. Like, I get it. For most musicians, working on a song for 3 weeks is nothing. I haven't even been playing very long, so working on one song pretty much continuously for about 3 weeks is still something for me. But it really is. It's about just continuously going back to it and trying to figure out where you are at with it and how you can progress with it just that little bit further every time. Especially with anything by Stevie Ray. I mean, I love his stuff, but these are some of the most difficult songs on the planet because he just plays so fast. But all right, here we go again. Enough talking. Get to practicing. Also helps if you start out on the right freaking part. You're supposed to start over here, which is supposed to help you keep that. Get that ground because you're coming over and then which then into and then back over Alright, so one hammer, go down with string, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Now this is something I found like 4 or 5 different videos I've watched of tutorials of people trying to teach this song. And part of the fact is that I think in several different, depending on the video that you watch originally of Stevie Ray Vaughan playing the song, because there's a number of YouTube videos out there of him playing this song live at various concerts. I think he plays it slightly differently each time. Because he's just doing whatever feels naturally. He's doing whatever sounds good at the time. And he moves so fast, but he's so practiced and fluid with it that I think he throws little things in there just depending on his mood. So depending on who's teaching it, depends on which video they're trying to, or which performance they're emulating, or if they're trying to emulate the record just off of the ear alone. But of whether or not he goes to an A and then the A7, or whether or not he's just going to that straight A7. And partly I also think it's whether or not whoever's teaching it is trying to simplify it slightly for trying to teach it. But yeah, it's either coming through this lick and then either going straight to that A7 or giving yourself, because that's coming over and you're just coming back to it. So it really is, and if you're actually playing this up at speed, you're going to be going through this so fast that it's really not going to be too noticeable. Either way, it's an accent. That regular A there would just be an accent piece, almost a grace note, except it's a grace chord. Before going into that A7th, and then coming back over to that first lick. If you start that slide with the wrong finger, so I'm doing it with that index finger, well, cool, now you can't get the 2 chord for that upstroke. So it really does have to be 3rd finger, 3rd fret, pull off, down on at least the 2nd finger, up to the 4th, break up, back to the 2nd, pull off, now that can either be that note, that E, or it can be your bass E. I've seen it both ways. I like the higher E. I like the 2nd octave E a little bit better on that one, just because it floats a little bit better. It also depends on whether or not you're playing it. I am actually still playing. From what it looks like, some of the videos I've watched of Stevie Ray playing, I'm still playing a somewhat simplified version off of Fender Play. This is sort of a mix between the Fender Play version and the Morty Schwartz version. So, on what I saw on the video that I watched of him is that he was actually playing these down here. And then coming back up here. But, you know, that's... Whew. I'm not quite fast enough to get back down there quick enough for these. That lick right there, that is such a crazy fast lick. I actually timed it out. There is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, technically 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Again, depending on how you're doing that last bit, 12 or 13 notes in that lick. He does it in 2 seconds. That's technically 2 bars, and each bar of that song is only about a second and a half long. So it's... Oof. See, as soon as I start thinking about that, it's going to heck now. Ta-da! Alright, not so great, but getting better. And that's really the important part, is that we're putting 5 minutes of this into this a day. We're coming back to it every day, and we're hopefully getting a little bit better every day. I know that 2 years ago, I couldn't even have attempted that lick. Didn't even, could barely do E, A, and D chords 2 years ago. So every day we're trying to get a little bit better. Every day we're trying to get a little bit faster. And even better than faster, every day we're trying to get a little bit smoother. So thank you very much, guys, and I'll check you next time.